What a terrible and very frustrating series that was for the Rays. A lot of bad calls going the Red Sox way, a lot of unlucky plays that went the Red Sox way, and just poor performances. Just an all around bad series. Nothing we can do now. It's the second series of the year. Last year we got swept by the Orioles and we went on to the World Series. Not saying that's going to happen this year. I'm just saying, don't panic yet. But it's just so frustrating and not fun to watch, especially losing to a team like the Red Sox, who I don't even think's that great. They got good offense, but that's it. And it's just very frustrating, but I'm going to dive into the positives and negatives of this series. So let's get started. The offense this weekend was very up and down. First game we scored 2 runs, and those 2 runs were off of bases loaded walks, so yeah, not much hitting going on. Second game we scored 5 runs, 3 through 9 innings, which should be enough to win a game, especially when Glasnow's pitching well, but unfortunately it wasn't, so we went to extra innings, getting a RBI double, and then an RBI ground out, but y'all know the rest. And today, just not a great day for hitting. Yoshi finally got his RBI hit earlier, but then, you know what happened in that game too. In the top of the 9th, Mike Brasso hit an RBI single, but that was it. Overall, just very frustrating weekend with the bats. We definitely had a lot of opportunities. Red Sox kept on walking us a lot, and we didn't do anything with it, and that's very frustrating, but it is what it is. There were some positives for the offense. Margot was looking good with the bat. I mentioned earlier, Yoshi had his first RBI hit. Rosarina got on base a couple of times. It's looking like his bat's starting to pick up a bit. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. Defense this week was not good at all. It was not fundamentally good. There was only a couple of great plays, like Rainier Rosarina's diving catch and game run. Game 2, Manuel Margot had a play where he doubled up Martinez. That's it. But other than that, there was just some really bad plays. Adames had some bad throws. Yoshi wasn't that great at first base. Kiermaier went down earlier this series, so he was definitely missed in the outfield, although Marco wasn't really terrible at center field, but there was definitely a moment where Marco went for a diving catch and just dropped it. Kiermaier would have caught that. That's where you miss him. This weekend we definitely miss Kiermaier and Joy, but they'll both be back soon. Last year our defense was pretty bad to begin the year. I'm not worried about the defense. It's just really frustrating watching this defense play like that. That's just unbelievably bad. And they also kind of screwed Ryan Yarborough today with some of the plays they had. It's just super, super frustrating. The pitching this weekend was both bad and very unlucky. First game, Michael Walcott had his first career outing with the Rays. I thought he looked good, but the 5 runs, that's not a good look. But if you watch the game, there was just 3 runs that I don't think was on Walcott personally. I think only 2 runs were on him, but I thought it was a solid outing from Walcott, and I think he'll get better as the season goes by. And then Chris Massa, he didn't really look very impressive at all. He did allow 2 runs and then a 3-run bomb. The 3-run bomb, of course, was off that pesky pole, so there's that. And then you got Glasnow in his second game. He looked really good, 9 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed, and that run was the wild pitch that I don't think it should have ever happened, but it happened. But it was a really good outing for Tyler Glasnow. I was very impressed with the stuff he had. Then Fairbanks looked good. Cody Reed looked good too. Castillo, though, first blown save of the year for him. And it's just unbelievably frustrating, but he did finish off that inning without allowing any more runs, which is a good thing. Kittredge did well in the 10th inning of Game 2, which surprised a lot of people because Kittredge is not the best pitcher in the world. Kudos to him for keeping it tied. Then 11th inning, Jeffrey Springs went out there to try to save the game for the Rays, and on the first pitch, he gave off a game game-tying double. Wonderful. Then Ryan Thompson, which, by the way, I thought he should have been out there earlier than he was. I really think we would have gotten a save last night if he was out there a little early, but didn't happen. He looked good for a bit. Then he accidentally hit Verdugo, and then Shady Martinez took advantage of it. And 3 blown saves in that game. It's not going to happen again, but that's unbelievably bad. Third game, Yarborough was looking good, and then Redsox started hitting off of him, and then that damn wall kind of helped out, adding 2 more runs. Then the defense decided to give up 4 more runs with some of the BS they pulled. Damas had some bad throws, like I mentioned earlier. Then the next pitcher, Colin McHugh, I thought he had a good outing today. He looked a lot better than his first outing, but it wasn't enough to help the Rays win, but I was impressed with Colin McHugh. Overall, just a lot of unlucky plays for the Rays pitching staff, and also some bad moments for the Rays pitching staff. I'm not worried about the pitchers. It's just frustrating. So that basically wraps up the series recap. I'm looking forward to the series against the Yankees. I think we'll do better than we did against the Red Sox. Not saying we'll win, but I think we'll play better considering it's home opening weekend. And we had a lot of success against the Yankees last year. So I'm excited for that series and hoping everything is improved by that series. And when will I start panicking if we keep on playing like this? Probably in May. April's never a great month for the Rays, so yeah. So anyways, see y'all later. Go Rays, and let's head back to the World Series.